We're back at Gamer Sanctuary. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Adam challenged me to a farewell to the 6th edition Eldar Codex batrep, and who am I to say no? We had originally talked about doing the new Blood Angels versus my Eldar, but we do that a lot. And yes, Blood Angels were one of our more popular videos. If you go back through our viewing history, our Blood Angel videos get a lot of hits. But we decided to do something a little different. He's got some new Tau toys he wants to play with, so we're going to do one of our great knockdown, drag-out Tau Eldar fights. Both of us have kind of ridiculous lists. I'm bringing in a bunch of stuff that's going to see some rule changes in the new codex. We'll talk about that as the video goes on. But suffice it to say that I'm getting pretty excited that the Eldar Codex is getting this revamp. All right, so here we have my 1850 Eldar list. One of the things I'm going to have to get used to is not being able to take my Wraith Guard as troop choices in a combined arms detachment. There's no way to make them troops in the new codex, so I have to use a formation that allows me to. It's going to give me some bonuses, and I'll still be able to play the list mostly the way I run it. But it's going to be a lot harder. There are a lot of points in there that I'm going to have to pay. So let's start with what I've got for today, though. I have a pair of Spirit Seers, one with Telepathy, one with Runes of Battle. 5 Wraith Guard with D-Cannons. They're both in Wave Serpents. They both have Scatter Lasers and Shuriken Cannons and Hollow Fields. I have 10 Striking Scorpions. Always one of my favorite Aspect Warriors. I'm so glad all the Aspect Warriors are getting a big bump. A lot of them were just not good in the last book. My only regret is that I ended up getting rid of a lot of my Aspect Warriors because I didn't play them at all, and I guess it's just going to have to make me rebuy them and repaint them. Most of them were painted when I was not a very good painter, so I'm justifying things here a bit, but that's coming up in a couple weeks. Anyway, Striking Scorpions, Squad of 10, Exarch has the Scorpion Claw and Monster Hunter. I have a pair of Wraithknights. They are WYSIWYG. The one has a Sun Cannon, 2 Scatter Lasers, the other has 2 D-Cannons. And then, because it's my new favorite formation, I have the Hero's Path with the level 2 Shadow Seer with the Neuro Disruptor and the Mask of Secrets, a Bare Bones Death Jester, and a Solitaire with Haywire Grenades. Oh, she also has Haywire Grenades. So that's my 1850 points. Dice from Chessex, templates from Pure Cool, Green Men Design for our Quick Measure tool. And we are going to be using the Adepticon strategy deck today. We had a lot of fun with that at the team tournament and all the events we were in a couple weeks ago. So Adam has his own, so we're actually going to be playing strictly from that today. All right, first thing I want to say is Adam is apologizing profusely for having unpainted stuff, but like I said, he's got a lot of reinforcements coming in. Yeah, at least they're base coated, so on camera, they're still going to look okay. Go ahead, Adam, tell us what you got.
Okay, so starting off, it's 2 as a CAD and then a Firebase support cadre. The Firebase support cadre is the 6 broadsides. One unit of them has the heavy rail rifle, and then the other one has high-yield missile pods.
Are they 2 separate units?
They're 2 separate units, and then the Riptide is also part of that formation. So that Riptide there, it's WYSIWYG with the Ion Accelerator and Smart Missiles. So that's one formation. The rest is a CAD. Starting with my HQ, it's a commander with the XV-25 armor. He's got the drone controller. He's got 2 marker light drones with him, and a honor gauntlet, of course.
Okay.
There's a small unit of 4 marker drones, unit of stealth suits, 2 troop choices, my crew with sniper upgrades, 1 Riptide painted in Farsight colors, but he's got the heavy burst cannon, and then my new toy, the Arvana, which is got 2 pages of rules, and
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's a fast attack Riptide that's got 1 less wound.
Yeah, it's got. We've been joking about the jump packs.
It's got
on the jump packs.
Jump packs.
Super
it's got
cool
jump
model.
Packs, jump jets on its legs.
Super cool model. That's the one with like the plasma flamer weapons.
Very short range weapons, but they're very deadly. Yeah. And he has 1 drone tag along with him.
Yep, and we got a pair of Remoras too, right?
Oh yeah, Remora Squadron. They've been out before, so drone squadron. That's 1850.
Sounds good. All right, Adam wanted the rule to deploy first and go first, which is always bad news for me, especially with all the ignore cover, ignore line of sight shenanigans he has. So he's got 2 little bunkers in the woods with his broadsides and Kroot infiltrating in front of them. The big nasty battle Riptide is over there. Which one is that called again?
I actually said it wrong. I said Yavara.
Yavara.
Yeah, I said Arvana is the other one.
The Nirvana?
Nirvana.
Nirvana battlesuit.
Yavara.
The Yavara. Then we've got the Farsight battlesuit right here. and the other one hiding in the ruins over here. Meanwhile, I parked my Scorpions kind of holding onto the tower here. Got both my Wave Serpents back here. Tried to get as much cover behind the fortress as I could. We're just counting the fortress's ruins today. And then my 2 Wraithknights are way over on the flank too. And all 3 of my Harlequins are 18¼ inches away from that Riptide at the closest, hiding in the woods, more than 30 inches away from the broadsides over there with their smart missile systems. I don't want them to die in the first turn. I want them to be able to do something. So we're going to see if I can't get shenanigan-y with some Death Jesters and Shadow Seers here in a sec. But I'm going to try to seize the initiative. Oh, we're playing, what's the first Maelstrom mission called?
Cleanse?
Yeah, Cleanse and Control or whatever it is. Whatever it is. It's just the one where you generate 3 objectives every turn. Or up to 3 every turn. I'm going to try to seize. Oh! Every time it works on camera.
Yeah.
So I have the first turn. We got to roll for night fighting, but we'll see that after turn 1. Turn 1. It should have gone a lot better for me. We'll start with movement. I kind of can everything around this way and trying to concentrate on the flank a little bit and play some tricks with Adam's leadership. Almost worked. I'll get to that though. I kept myself within 3 inches of that objective because I drew 3 objectives that I was not going to be able to accomplish this turn. I had to get my Warlord within 6 inches of the center of the table. Not going to happen. I had to issue a challenge. Also not going to happen. And I had to control. I get 1 victory point for every 2 objectives I control, but I can't score it in turn 1. So my only choice of getting points was to try to get first blood. So I moved over this way, shot both my Wave Serpents. This one shot everything, and that one just shot the scatter lasers at the Riptide in the cover. Took a wound off it from a scatter laser, so he didn't have to make a pinning check. I tried to hit it with my blinding psychic power from the Shadow Seer, and then Adam reminded me that he's immune to blind, so that was terrible. Let's see. Otherwise, she failed to get anything off. I was trying to make him get the reverse invisibility power, so he had to hit everything on 6s. That just didn't work. I tried to take a wound off him with a D-cannon shot, and he made his cover save. I did kill a broadside and a missile drone. I'm sorry, yeah, one of the missile sides and one of the drones with the star cannons were here. So that was pretty good, and they rolled a 2 for their leadership check, so they're happy. They're going to stay right there. But they're kind of out of range. I kind of positioned all my guys more than 30 inches away from their smart missile systems, so they're going to have to move. The Death Jester, though, killed 3 of the Kroot out of cover, and then they failed their leadership check on a 5, and I chose to run them as close to the edge of the board as I could. Hopefully they fail and run off the table in the beginning of Adam's turn. And that's it. No points scored. No night fighting, forgot to mention that. Bottom of turn 1. Bottom of turn 1. Adam had some pretty good shooting, but I had some pretty good saves also. The Riptide tried to take off the Death Jester and hit him only 1 time with a smart missile system, and I made my save, or failed my save, so he took 1 wound. He tried to put some wounds on the Solitaire with the broadsides and their smart missiles, but failed completely. I made all 6 of my 3-up invuln saves. Go Solitaire. I did lose 2 wounds on the Wraithknight to broadside shots from the rail cannons way back there. That one did not do anything though. Failed to wound with its rending hit, and actually 1 wound on it went with 12 potentially rending shots, and I made my save on it. This Riptide did get hot trying to overcharge, so he took an extra wound, so he's down to 3. And the new Forge World Nasty one over there jumped over to grab that objective. Now we are, like I said, playing with the Adepticon missions, and if you guys aren't familiar with the cards from them, they're super cool. I'm going to show these off real quick. What they did was they kind of eliminated the random factor of these missions. So what Adam had is score objective 2. He gets 1 point if he controls it, which he does, but if the scoring unit claiming the objective is wholly within the deployment zone, he gets 2 points instead. We had talked about it earlier before the game, and we were really saying we got to make sure we read these cards carefully. Adam didn't realize that. So he only has the Riptide within my deployment zone. The drone that's part of that unit, you can just see it in there. He is out. So he did not get the bonus point for that. So we talked about going back and letting him redo the move, but this is the kind of character Adam is. He's a super fair player, hands down. He said he knew we talked about reading the cards carefully. He screwed that up, so he said he's only going to take the 1 point for it. 1 point. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to win by 1 point today.
Oh, no.
That's what's going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm going to win by 1. Wow. So anyway, he has a single point lead right now. We're moving into turn 2. I have no reserves, so let's see what happens. Remember what I said about Adam being a nice guy? I'm taking it all back this turn. This turn was going really well for me. Everything was lining up perfectly. I had my Wave Serpent come over here to shoot through the window. I killed the one drone on that big Navarra Riptide, Yavara, excuse me, and I actually did a wound to him also with the Serpent Field, and he failed his pinning check, so he's pinned. This one just jumped back here then to hold this objective so I could score a point this turn. Death Jester came out of the cover, shot at the crew, killed them. They ran off the table, giving me first blood. The Sun Cannon Wraithknight killed all the drones and dropped 2 wounds on the commander with the Sun Cannon because it's awesome. Twin linking that with the scatter lasers is sorely going to be missed. So I'm like really like happy about my turn. Actually, I got first blood from them. I didn't even think about that. I got first blood from the drone team. Anyway, Solitaire. 12-inch move ignores all terrain. He's all happy. He gets 5 inches away from the Riptide. Decides he's going to assault it. Adam hits him 3 times with the smart missile system. Whoops. And once with the big gun. And I fail 3 of my invulnerable saves. And the Solitaire is killed by smart missile systems on Overwatch. Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And you hit hallucination.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. He's got the Fog of Dreams on too, so he's hitting on 6s at anything for the entire turn anyway. Yeah. But still, twin linking the smart missiles, hit 3 of those, hit with the big gun, failed to win with the big gun, all 3 of the smart missile systems. I'm dead. So yeah, that was. I'm kind of feeling sick to my stomach. I did get 1 point for first blood, and I got 1 point for what was it? Domination, because I hold that objective and that objective. That gives me 2 for 1 point total. Bottom of turn 2 coming up. Adam's got flyers and stealth suits. Bottom of turn 2, Adam's battlesuit commander joined the Tau unit the Crute unit, and then they ran to kind of spread out to get him closer to that objective to be able to grab field commander. So Adam's going to get another point here to give him 2. The missile, the broadsides took a wound off of the Wraithknight with the shield. I made 1 save with his shield though, and it blinded my own striking scorpions on a 6. That was nice. The missile sides shot at the Wraithknight over here and dropped another 2 wounds off him, so he's down to 2. This guy snap fired and killed my Death Jester, so I was really not happy about that. He did it with smart missiles, which ignored cover. But hey, he only had a wound left. I'm in a streak of failing wounds, I think.
Tried to shoot the other way.
Yeah, he got hot, didn't he? Yeah, he took a wound getting hot.
I made you jink.
Yep. So that Wave Serpent's jinking.
That other one
he was pinned. That one got destroyed by the outflanking stealth suits, but my Spirit Seer with telepathy is going to Psychic Shriek them off the table. So we're going to move into the top of turn 2. Everything's on the table, and we're starting to push this way. 2-2 is the score. Top of turn 3, my Wraith Guard moved over here. The Spirit Seer has telepathy, killed 5 of the stealth suits with Psychic Shriek. The other one made all his cover saves against my D-Cannon, so I had to rely on the Wave Serpent scatter lasers over here to finish it off. He rolled a 1 on a save. I did say I was shooting my Serpent fields, so those fields are down, but that's okay. He's got nothing in my front arc. My blind Scorpions shot at and then tried to assault the Riptide. I lost a couple of them. I lost 2 of them to Overwatch fire thanks to supporting fire from the commander and the Riptide himself, so I failed to charge there. These guys got jumped out of the Serpent and dropped 2 wounds off the Riptide. I had 1 instant death wound, and he made the invulnerable save against it. My commander, or my Warlord, excuse me, jumped out of the Wave Serpent before it moved, split off to join the Scorpions. He's within 6 inches of the center of the table, so he scored that objective card. My Wraith Knights continue to pound away at broadside battlesuits. That one shot at and then tried to charge. The one with the D-Cannons tried to charge the Riptide and failed. The other one killed a whole bunch of Crute, but they made their leadership check and they're good to go. He also managed to kill 1 broadside, put a wound on another, and killed 2 of the drones in the squad in the woods back there. And that's it. I didn't get to do as much this turn as I was really hoping to. So we're going to move into bottom of 3, and Adam is going to be able to strike back. I did score 4 points that turn, so it was actually pretty good. So I'm actually winning 6-2, right? Yep. 6-2. All right, notice there's a tremendous lack of yellow giant robots right here. That's because combined fire from most everything on this side of the board aimed at my Wraith Knights and finished them off. It took sniper rounds, the one thing that we know is not going to work in the 7th edition book that comes out next week, because they're going to be gargantuan creatures. The Crute snipers did wounds to it, and he failed its save. So anyway, They got wounded and dropped down here. I lost 4 of my Wraith Guard to the big battle suit with his flamer, and that's about it. Nothing shot at my serpents. My scorpions are okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. The red Riptide right here got hot on his shot, but he also failed his Nova Charge and took a wound there. So he actually took himself out of the battle. He got hot twice and had 1 failed Nova Charge, did 3 wounds to himself, and I only did 2. So that was pretty nice. And he's got what? 2 wounds left, and the other one has 3. So it's becoming a slugfest, but I'm not happy having 0 Wraithknights left. We're gonna move into turn.
I scored 0.
Oh yeah, Adam scored 0 points. This is turn 5 now? No, 4. Turn 4. Top of 4 coming up. All right, my psychic phase this turn would just let me down terribly. I was trying to get shenanigans with it, and I just couldn't get powers off. I was trying to horrify the broadsides, blind them, get guys in position so where I could make charges, and try to get rid of that Riptide and the broadsides. Nothing worked in the psychic phase. What I ended up doing though was moving the Wave Serpent around the corner and unloading everything into them, killing one of the broadsides and the drone, and the other one ran just barely off the table. My Scorpions failed to charge with a 3 and then fleeted it, and failed it with a 5 because Adam killed one of them in Overwatch. If he hadn't, they would have been just fine. The Shadow Seer is out in the open. She tried to hit him with the Neuro Disruptor, failed. I'm in deep trouble right now because those Remoras, I got nothing I can take out against them, and that Riptide right there is gonna do some serious damage. I scored 0 points. I actually drew secure objective 1, 2, and 3. Worst thing I could have gotten. If I got 4, 5, and 6, that would have been 3 more points for me. But no, it has to be completely the other way. I wasn't paying attention. I could have backed my Wave Serpent up there and grabbed that objective because it is still a dedicated transport for a troop choice until Saturday. So I would have been able to snake a point right there. But as it is, I'm still up 6-2. Bottom of 4. Bottom of turn 4 was really bad for me. My Wave Serpent got wrecked by all the fire from this guy's gun. That Strength 8 Haywire Blaster is nuts! Over here, my Scorpions are all gone thanks to concentrated fire from the Riptide, broadsides. My Warlord also was killed by a broadside's rail cannon that was messy. The Spirit Seer was... I'm sorry, not Spirit Seer. I keep calling her Spirit Seer. Shadow Seer was taken out by the Remoras. Too many shots coming her way. So I have basically this squad of 5 Wraithguard and a Spirit Seer with telepathy, and 1 Wraithguard over there who refuses to die. He got shot by everything the Kroot had over there. The commander shot at him with everything. He got hit by the flamer. He got hit by the flamer here twice and failed the wound. It was really good. So I'm going to see if I can't insta-kill that Riptide just to make me feel better.
Could happen.
Top of 5 coming up. Oh, Adam only scored 2 points. Got my Warlord and secured objective 2 with that Riptide. So I actually get to draw another objective to see if I can score it. Top of turn 5, I had to use some Eldar trickery to try to squeak things out because I still have a lead. I'm up 6-4. Rather than shooting with this Wraithguard back over here, I moved him through cover. He got a good roll of 6, and he rolled a 2 to get him within 3 inches of that objective, which secured objective 2 for me because he is still a troop choice in a combined arms detachment. So he was able to take it from that Riptide. Gave me another point, so I have 7. I drew tactical maneuvering, which I was never going to be able to get unless I ran everything. I probably should have. That would have been smart, but instead I shot at the Remoras. I actually hit it. They jinked. So he made the save, but they're jinking now. And I cast invisibility on that squad. So they're going to be really hard to remove. And I'm up 7 points to 4, and I just hope Adam doesn't get 3 points somehow this next turn. Moving into bottom of 5. All right, here we are at the bottom of turn 5. Game is over. Adam rolled the 1 to see if it ended, and he snuck out a victory. I can't believe it. He scored 4 points this turn. The Remoras went into hover mode and zoomed over to the center of the table because I have nobody around. He got King of the Hill, which gave him 1 point. He also has secure objective 4, which gave him another, and then he drew overwhelming firepower. All he had to do was destroy a unit in the shooting phase, and he wiped out that one Wraithguard right there with the Riptide. That guy also jetpack jumped back into my deployment zone to give him line breaker. So Adam ends up with 8 victory points to my 7. Is that what we said? Yeah, 8-7. Yep. And stole a victory from me in the last turn. Good job, Adam.
Like he stole initiative in the first
Exactly. So it worked out pretty well. Big thing we're going to take away from this game, because this is our farewell to 6th edition Eldar Bat Rep. losing laser lock is going to be a tough thing for Eldar players to have to deal with, even though Wraithknights are going to be so much better. All the aspect warriors seem to be getting a big bump. It's just going to be real tough not having that twin linking on everything. And not having the serpent field every turn to shoot is also going to be crappy. But I think Eldar players got too used to using wave serpents as a crutch. Although I think that it was more the twin linking on the Wraithknights over there with the sun cannon that really put the hurt on Adam's units, especially the broadsides. The twin linking and allowing to reroll the scatter for those small blasts was just too powerful. Anyway, though, we're looking super forward to seeing what the 7th edition Eldar are going to bring, because we think it just means good things for Tau and Space Marines in the future also. So that's it for us today. We're gonna maybe stick around for a little bit and try to get some Infinity in real quick. I don't know. I got Oscar here hanging out with me. He's not feeling well, so we might go home. But thanks for watching.